David Wilson says, "Hey, Game Informer crew, when I listened to the Gary Whitta interview from a couple weeks back, something he said really bothered me. He spoke about writing for Halo 5 and mentioned that they kept telling him all 4 players needed to be playable at the same time for co-op. That seems to put such a constraint on the story. So my question is, do you think continuous co-op games is worth it from a story perspective, just so all players can have fun at the same time?"
I think you just have to take a different approach, right? You know, that you have 5 people looking at 5 different things at any given moment in a game like that, or 2 players even is really complicated to design for. So it's really hard to create a set piece moment that can draw in a story element too, you know. I just feel like you can do it. I think you can do it really effectively, but environmental storytelling is probably a better way to go, like a Left 4 Dead where people piece together the story of what happened.
Right.
Than a direct narrative.
I'm trying to think of go for it.
No, just thinking of like Brothers, which is single player, but that would work really well as like a co-op experience and as a story experience.
Kyle specifically asked the director if you should play that game co-op, and he said, absolutely not. You're completely missing the point if you split a controller.
I guess so, yeah.
But I actually did play it that way for part of it.
It's more ensemble storytelling, right? Like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, where it's a group of people that are always kind of together succeeding. Yeah, there are points where they're meeting each other, but once it really hits, sinks in, that narrative, that's what it's about, is that group. So yeah, you just got to, like Bert said, it's a different style of storytelling. Yes, it limits you in some capacities of telling interesting stories for each character, but yeah, you just got to focus the narrative in a different way.
I'm trying to think of like the most directed narrative approach that's worked well with co-op. Army of Two. Two middling success. Portal's a good example. I mean, it's pretty minimalist for the co-op story, but maybe that's just the way to go. You can't hold the hands too much.